What's up, guys? I'm gonna be back with another short video. Just wanted to talk about what's been on my mind these last few weeks. Seem like things just keep getting more and more strange as the years progress. 2020 was a really weird year, personally. Um, 2019 was a very weird year for me. Uh, but I'll talk about that some other time since I want to stay on topic in this video. So, Um, like I said, I try to keep everything relevant to what's going on in the world. Of course, a lot of what's going on is to distract us, and I say that multiple times on this channel, that the narrative that they give is false, no matter what. Don't believe it; it's false. There might be some truth in it, but their truth is lie because it, if it's not, some of it is true. That's all I'll say. It's hard to explain. Some of it is true. Um, anyways, don't wear a mask for long periods of time, guys. It's not a joke. Like, I wear a mask at work, but I keep mine like pulled down so I can still breathe. And I only do it when people come next to me just to follow policy. That's what this all is for, unfortunately, though, is just to make us submit to their will. But again, trying to stay relevant here. Kind of crazy that the mask thing is already not really relevant to the time. So we know what happened with Capitol Hill and the protests and the riots and whatever. And I'm not gonna give too much into that on like what I think. I will explain it I'll explain what I think, but I'm not gonna go into debates or anything like that. And what I mean is, from what I've seen, it's very political. Is you're the left or right about how you see it, which is why I kind of want to be careful treading on water for some people who might start watching this channel. I will, say whatever the fuck I want to though, but I'm trying to be easy right now because these are the first videos. The Capitol Hill march, well, whatever you want to call it, it was completely staged, in my opinion. Not that everyone was in on the bigger plan, but there's so much to go off of on that, to even aliens, and I know that doesn't make any sense, but it does. Aliens are always brought up in crazy hectic times like this. Look throughout all of history, when there's a lot of political shit going on, it's the damn aliens. But I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, actually, we can go ahead and look at some news headlines. Let's go to the alien one first. So, think I'm playing January 10th, 2021. U.S. intelligence agencies have 180 days to share what they know about UFOs linked to COVID relief and spending bill. So I haven't read this article. I've heard about this though. So I'm gonna read a little bit of it here for the video. Really interesting. They say they have 180 days to share what they know. My thing is, what if what happens if they don't share it? I guess we're reading the article. I doubt anything will happen if they don't. And they can just lie and say whatever they want to say, regardless, even saying that there is aliens. Okay, when President Donald Trump signed the 2.3 trillion coronavirus relief and government funding bill into law in December, so began the 180-day countdown for U.S. intelligence agencies to Congress what they know about UFOs. Okay, so a lot of this Donald Trump is like he is draining the swamp. It's something I gotta remind myself because I really don't see it that way. But the conspiracy pool that I come from would be conservative. Not that I am conservative, but I've been following Trump ever since his presidency on social media and all that. Just because I like to hear what the Illuminati puppet has to say, I guess you could say. So how this is already divided right now. This is what I'm talking about with the Capitol Hill March. Trump is trying to release UFO information. Not that he's the only one doing it. I mean, Obama did something like that too before his presidency was up. Um, let's continue with this. I'm just talking about the left and right paradigm. Okay, the Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary of Defense have little less than 6 months now to provide the Congressional Intelligence and Armed Services Committees with an unclassified report about unidentified aerial phenomena. So it's not even just UFOs. It's a stipulation that was tucked into the committee comment section of the Intelligence Authorization Act for fiscal year 2021, which was contained in the massive spending bill. Related article, Pentagon to launch task force to investigate UFO sightings. You know, this year is a very interesting year when it comes to scripted prophecy. I call it scripted prophecy because I believe prophecy is scripted, at least in some sorts. Again, like I always say when I start talking about religion, spirituality, and blah blah blah, don't let it turn you off. It's not that I believe it. I am trying to explain. Too many people, yes, we know that Christianity is false, or it's your religion. I'm not talking to the Christians right now. But we know that Christianity is false. Just let that go. Just let that go. Unfortunately, sometimes it does have to be brought up. That report must contain detailed analysis of UFO data and intelligence collected by the Office of Naval Intelligence, the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, and the FBI, according to the Senate Intelligence Committee directive. Alright, I think that's really all we're going to get from this. Congress has long been interested in UFOs. Why, though? Yeah, old UFO videos, just regurgitated shit, like fucking always. Revelation 12, okay. So, if you don't know what the Revelation 12 sign is, I suggest you go look it up. There's a lot of people that believe that it was fulfilled on September 23rd, 2017. Now, I'm not pointing dates or anything. Again, I'm saying scripted prophecy. It is possible for other entities other than an almighty God to pull off stuff. It is possible. That is the point of this. So, anyways, the Revelation 12 sign. Actually, let's actually pull it up real quick. 12. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which one we read here. I know people fucking go crazy over this, but trust me, it doesn't really matter. A great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. Okay, she was pregnant and cried out in pain as she was about to give birth. Then another sign appeared in heaven, which is a really interesting part that I'm talking about. Another sign appeared in heaven, an enormous red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns on its head. Its tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky and flung them to earth. Okay. So we're going to start, and where she might be taken care of for 1,260 days. The time is what I was trying to get to. It's probably going to be kind of too hard to explain that without trying to get too much into explaining the Revelation 12 sign. But basically what I'm saying is we're coming across the time of the prophecy for that red dragon. Will it be a red dragon? I don't know. Will it be a red planet? I don't know. Will it be a man? I don't know. Will it be God himself? I don't know. But I guess we'll see. Because, look at how the world is now. Like, Pelosi to move forward with impeachment if Pence doesn't act to remove Trump. Look how much division there is in the world at this time. We get into exposing aliens now. Now we want to expose aliens. We want to get the people who voted for President Trump. We want to get the people who don't defend the Constitution. We want to get the people who defend the Constitution. Democrats will immediately remove to force the president from office or for his role in enticing violent riots at the Capitol. Now, me personally, I can go either way on this, on impeaching Trump. I don't believe in the justice system. I don't believe in voting. I don't believe in any of this shit. So, don't preach to me. I'm just trying to give a point of view. If you impeach him too early, you can incite violence. I even read this article just so you guys know. I always read uh, on these videos. Uh, I always read them as I pull them up. Um, but I feel like impeaching him will incite violence. And if you don't impeach him, it'll incite violence. I mean, it's just, I don't know. We're really not that far away from him being done. I think we should just let it go. If that's the plan. It probably isn't. It's probably a bigger agenda than it usually is. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me read some of this. Speaker Nancy Pelosi issued Vice President Mike Pence an ultimatum on Sunday night, invoked the 25th Amendment to remove President Trump in the coming days, or Democrats will proceed this week with impeaching the president for an unprecedented second time. Pelosi made it clear in a letter to her members that if Pence refuses to act, Democrats will immediately move to force Trump from office for his role in inciting violent riots in the Capitol on Wednesday leads to at least 5 deaths, including a police officer. Pence so far has shown no willingness to meet Democrats' demands, making an impeachment vote almost certain this week. Democrats' effort to pressure Trump to resign and first remove him from office comes as the president has just 10 days left in his term. Just 10 fucking days. But Pelosi and other Democrats have not been sincere about the clock, saying that Trump is unhinged and a sedacious threat to America who warrants immediate removal. A vote to impeach Trump could happen as soon as the middle of this week. In protecting our Constitution and our democracy, we will act with urgency because this president represents an imminent threat to both, Pelosi said in the letter to Democrats on Sunday night, laying out next steps. So this is really interesting, guys. Next, we will proceed with bringing impeachment legislation to the floor. You gotta wonder what is going on for all this bullshit to be thrown out on the table, as they say. What's really going on? What do they know that we don't know? There's so much upheaval and power around the whole world, and America's power has been shaken, and the whole world has stopped what they're doing and are watching us. I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying. My best advice I can give to people would be, where I'm at right now is, whatever you're doing, do not stop doing what nurtures your soul. It's so ridiculous that even people who are so-called open-minded and that we there's always a barrier between us and the people. We need to stop putting faith in other people. And obviously, as you guys can see, I'm a black man. I do not hate or despise white people. I don't like cops. I'll be honest with that. I do believe there's a lot more racist white people than I think there is. I'll admit that. But I mean, I don't know. And I'm not oblivious to that neither. All I'm saying is that all that stupid ass hate that all you racists have, that all you Democrats have, that all you conservatives have, that all you Bible thumping Christians have, that all you people that thump Christianity. And fuck it, if I have to be underneath that too, we need to let that go. I said it multiple times on this channel that I train self-defense, and I don't train my self-defense to put my life over someone else. I train self-defense that I can diffuse a situation because I have high anxiety, I have high fight or flight. I don't do good with law, like, police officers, because I automatically assume that you want to hurt me. I assume that anybody wants to hurt me. I'm not paranoid, but I mean, people do that though. People hurt each other. We need to let go of all the hate, and we need to focus on ourselves. Look at where we are at right now. as a nation, fuck the world, but as a nation, that the rest of the world is looking at us, waiting for us to fall. And there's people that really believe that Trump is draining the swamp. Don't get me wrong, Trump has shown a lot of illegal activities. He has exposed, I should say, a lot of illegal activities, but Trump is part of it. This is all purposeful for right now. Get your house in order. Be at peace.